All right, here we are. It's me and Matt today. Justin's had a little bit of a dilemma here, so he couldn't make it today, but we hope you get better there, Justin. How's it going today, Matt?
It's going well, John. Thanks for having me. I believe we all hit the Chargers last night. Came up a little short on the total, but when these games, the number moved all the way to 52.5 before game time. So, tough luck on the over, but we're back here today. Hopefully get some winners out.
Yeah, 10-7 first half. I thought we had a chance. They came right out in the third quarter, and they both scored a touchdown real quick.
Yeah.
I thought we actually did have a chance on that, but just didn't work out. One thing I noticed with the Chargers, they were in a lot of 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 2s, a lot of 3rd and shorts, and just couldn't convert. And a couple times with the Chiefs. So those couple yards converting those could have been, like halftime, Chargers could have been up by 17 points, 20 points. Chargers. It was that interception that kind of changed things. The non-interception where he caught it, bobbled it, and it touched the ground. That kind of changed the whole scene at that point, I think, too. Chiefs they put up 17 or 21 unanswered points after that.
Yeah. You take away that pick six where they took it 99 yards. And the Chiefs offense, it's not like I don't see them. They didn't really tear up, not San Diego, LA. They didn't tear up LA too bad.
I know. They're still the Chargers to me, whether I don't care where you are.
Counterfeit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Terry, how's it going, buddy? Matt's here. I think you've seen Matt before. Terry's way back.
Yeah, Terry sounds familiar. I hope he's doing well. Hope he got on the Chargers last night. Honestly, me and John were just talking about it, guys. That game, 4th down play, backdoor touchdown. You can't really ever. That's hard to predict that, but that you got to take the win if you took the points. Always take the points in NFL, in my opinion. If you want to play a money line dog, go real small because they love taking both sides. They love taking the money line dog and they love taking the favorite spread.
Yeah, Chiefs just look kind of conservative to me too. They got it done, and that's what matters. So let's move on. Chris was here. How's it going, Chris? Chris was here for Wednesday. We're doing Wednesdays and Fridays, and then starting Monday, if anybody's interested in tennis, we're going to talk with Matt and Brock and I, and we're going to do tennis live on Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central. San Diego Open men's tournament starts Monday, so we're going to start talking live on that and giving out plays and predictions on that as well. Wednesday we did FSU, Louisville tonight. I gave FSU. What'd you give, Matt?
I did give Louisville, but that game is a coin flip, tough game. I think I also said I leaned the under there for low score, more of a low scoring game than they're predicting.
All right, yeah, and line hasn't changed, so not to say either one of us are really on the right side of the line movement because the line stayed the same. It's 57 total, 2.5 on the spread. Florida State. If the money was coming in on Florida State, it would move up to 3 on Louisville, and it's not done that. The other game has moved a little bit. Air Force was laying 15. It's up to 16.5. I actually bought the hook. I've now bought the hook now, and I've got Wyoming with 17 points at home against an Air Force team that these two have played many times since 2013, and they haven't had a game less than 14 points in those 9 years. So give me 17 there, kind of leading the under, but it's not a play. The play on me is take the points. I think you laid the points, didn't you, when it was 15?
On Wednesday, I'll admit, but when you look into it a little bit further, I don't like changing my pick, but I actually am leaning more towards your way because of what you said. It's a rivalry game, and I think Wyoming is the type of team that can sneak up on Air Force. So I would actually lean to taking the plus 17 tonight or 16.5, whatever you can get. But yeah, I also just really stress the under in that game. Just the trends, which we're not supposed to follow too closely, but that's pointed under like something 7 out of the last 10 years. And I think it'll be a grind them out game. A lot of running from Air Force, of course.
Yeah, unfortunately, most books, because the number is so high, won't let you tease.
Yeah.
They won't let you tease the Wyoming points and the under combined, but you can do them separately on other bets. So there's an idea. Let's go into Saturday college. I've got one play here. Number 6, Oklahoma goes against Nebraska. Nebraska's 1-2. Oklahoma's 2-0. The line's 10.5. At least it was yesterday, and the total set at 66. Wyoming's just taking care of business. They took care of what they needed to. UTEP 45-13, Kent State 33-30. No, they have not played anybody, but I don't think Nebraska is anybody either. They have lost 2 out of 3 games, including Georgia Southern, who put up 692 yards against this Nebraska team, almost 700 yards, 409 in the air, 233 rushing.
Wow.
You got this Oklahoma team that's only given up 16 points over 2 games. That's 8 points per game. Give me Oklahoma here. I actually bought that down on the hook, down to 10 minus 120. The line may have crept up to even 11. I would still lay that. Scott Frost has been removed from Nebraska. I don't think he played defense, and that's where their problems seem to be. So you can fire the coach, but you can't replace the defense this part of the season. Give me Oklahoma here, laying the points. Hey, BP, how's it going, buddy? I just gave you a free winner right there. Take Oklahoma, lay the points.
Oklahoma.
All right. What do you think, Matt? Am I on the right track or what?
Oh, absolutely. I like that right when it came out, and I do like it. If you can get it down to 9.5, I mean, you don't have to be that sharp in college. I think. I mean, it's probably going to be a blowout. I think Oklahoma, Oklahoma will get 700 yards. If Georgia Southern could get 600, or you know what I mean, Oklahoma will run over them. But I'm going to go with the early start here, guys. Cincinnati on the road. The Bearcats are favored by 22 pretty much on every board I've seen. I don't know what John has, but they're going to play at Miami of Ohio, which is kind of an interstate rivalry. They're used to them. The talent level in Cincinnati is far superior than Miami of Ohio, in my opinion. Cincinnati has proven to me that they could score points this year already. They ran it up last week on Kennesaw, scored about 50 plus. I like the Cincinnati Bearcats minus the 22 here in an absolute beating, in my opinion. I think Cincinnati blows out Miami of Ohio.
All right, there you go. Cincinnati going on the road, just right up the road in Miami there. You think I'd know where that is. I grew up in Ohio.
I only know because my family member went here. Miami's in Oxford, Ohio, which I think is 4 hours south of Cleveland, but you might know better than me.
If you went 4 hours south of Cleveland, you would end up in Cincinnati.
Okay, well, it's not. It's actually real close to Cincinnati, so that's why it's basically like it's going to be a home game for the Bearcats, even though they're on the road. There'll probably be more fans for Cincinnati.
I believe it. The Bearcat fans travel good, so
yeah,
believe that. Let's go on to the next game. It's not very popular, but you know me. I've been riding this Iowa. I'm not riding Iowa, but I've been keeping my eye on them. So we're going Nevada. Nevada Wolfpack out of Reno here is going against Iowa, the Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes are a big 24-point favorite, total set at 40. Now, Nevada is 2-1, and they lost to Incarnate. You say that.
Incarnate Ward, I think.
Yes, there you go. Thank you with that. They lost 45-41, and I do believe that's one of those religion schools, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a smaller school.
School,
not necessarily known for football, but I mean, there's no way to gauge some of these schools that come in. It's like mid majors in basketball, so maybe they overlooked them. You're saying Nevada lost to them?
They lost, and they lost 55-41.
Wow.
Nevada gave up 611 yards. They struggled on third down, went 5 of 17 on third, gave up 2 fumbles.
Wow.
So nothing looked good last game against Incarnate Word.
Yeah.
But Iowa has not looked good at all either. Last week we gave you Iowa State, not only money line, take the points, cashed on both there. The week before they squeaked by South Dakota State with 2 safeties. Iowa does have a good defense here. They're only giving up 6.5 points per game, 216 yards per game. Give me the points. Give me the points with Nevada Reno. 24 points. Iowa's not putting up anything. They're averaging 100 passing yards a game and 57 rush. Nothing looks good for Nevada except those 24 points. Yeah, give me those 24 points, and I'll take my chance to fade Iowa again. I think Iowa's going to get out with this victory, maybe by 10 or 14 points, but 24 is a lot because Nevada can't toss the ball around. Yeah, I don't know. Give me Nevada 24 points. Anybody in the comments got any plays? Throw them out. You got any more college or Matt?
I'm going to mention one other game that I have my eye on. It's the Georgia Bulldogs playing at South Carolina. And this might be somewhat of an unpopular opinion, but I do like South Carolina here. And here's my somewhat of a reasoning. The game is a 12 noon start, and this may be a little bit of sleepwalking. And Georgia, historically, not maybe not last year in the recent years, but South Carolina is normally a rival to Georgia. They normally hang around. They have Spencer Rattler, who's a pretty big prospect, believe it or not, for the NFL. And they did just get beat by Arkansas by 2 touchdowns, but I just think that they can hang around and Georgia may sleepwalk through the first quarter and give South Carolina the edge here. I do lean South Carolina plus the 24.5 and an early start time. I think Georgia will win the game, and there's no scare. It's not going to be a money line upset, but I think South Carolina plus 24.5. It was 25 earlier. It's already starting to slide down. I did notice that Cincinnati just jumped to 23. So those are my 2 picks for the weekend, guys. Cincinnati Bearcats and the South Carolina Gamecocks plus 24.5.
Yeah, it's Friday. People are getting paid and going right to the books and buying their tickets. Georgia does go on the road to South Carolina. A lot of points for a home team there. Week 3 college football. I bet with the GOAT is laying 2.5 with the Gators. Refresh me who the Gators play this week.
I should know that. I can look. Unless he types it, I'll find it. I do want to mention, I'm an Auburn Tiger guy. They're playing Penn State. Penn State's favored by 3. Got to leave my guess in that game away because my heart wants Auburn to win. But I've seen both teams play, and I would think Penn State has a better team. I don't know if you have an opinion on that one too.
I'm still trying to figure out who the Gators. Oh, they play South Florida and the Swamp. That's only 2.5 points. No, that's 24.
Florida's 24.5.
Oh, wait. He's on Florida State tonight. There we go.
That's what he meant. Okay, Florida State. That makes more sense. I'm showing Florida State, at least bookmakers, up to 3, but they got the juice on Louisville. I don't know what you see.
Yeah, the line hasn't moved at all until then. So some money on Friday's coming in. Yeah, Florida State. And he likes Florida. Florida Gators are laying 24.5.
Yep.
What are they playing? Their 3rd home game in a row. They got South Florida coming in. Yeah, must be nice, man. They got 3 games home in a row. The Bulls come in not looking very good. Yeah, I don't mind 24.5 probably against the Bulls.
Yeah.
BYU stomped them 50 to 21.
Yes, South Florida has not been good for a long time. And even when they were good, I'm sure you remember, they would still lose to teams like Rutgers. So, I mean, I don't think I've ever had any stock in South Florida as a program. I did like them in basketball. They were a good covering team a while back, but not in football, guys. I think the Gators, whoever said Gators, I do think they bounce back. Kentucky, I don't view Kentucky as a bad team. I don't know what you think about Kentucky, John.
Oh, no. Kentucky's looking good. Kentucky's solid. BP likes Houston laying 9.5, takes 10 to win on that versus Kansas. Is that home game for Houston?
Let me see. I'll have it 1 second.
All right. BP also likes Michigan State with 3 against Washington. All right. And Chris likes Penn State. Penn State, he says, will take that game.
Trying to find the Houston. I know that Kansas has put up better numbers than they. Okay, it's in Houston. 8.5 spread. The total's 58. Kansas has been playing a little bit better. I mean, Kansas hasn't played good in years, but I know they've been doing a little bit better. But Houston, they're probably pissed after losing to Texas Tech, so that might be a good play. And then Chris said he likes Penn State. Yeah, I think, I mean, as a fan, of course, I want Auburn to show up, but honestly, on paper, I think Penn State has a better offense, probably a better defense, and much better coaching. I think Franklin's a much better coach than Auburn's coach.
All right, and then Michigan State. Michigan State's getting 3 in Washington, so that's going to be a night game there, I guess. Pretty late there on that game.
Yeah, that's a 7:30 start time out here on the East Coast. I'm showing 3.5. The Huskies at home. The total is 56.5. I haven't looked at that game, John. You got any
No, I
guesses?
haven't looked at it either, but just when you said 56.5, I immediately thought under. Yeah, there's a lot of games to look at, to be honest with you. Big card. I love some of these games. Miami Hurricanes go into Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
A&M's coming off that loss.
Yep.
Hurricanes did not cover last week. That pissed me off, I'll tell you that. I think BYU and Oregon. BYU and Oregon is probably the premier game of the weekend here, college football. USC is close to a lock. USC is playing some good football, too.
USC has a very fluid offense. I was able to watch some of that game against Stanford. They are the real deal. The receivers can play. The only knock on USC, in my opinion, was maybe their defense, but this also could be the fact that their offense scored so much, didn't give them time to rest. But yes, USC is a powerhouse this year. I definitely agree. I would not fade them. Definitely can score some points. I don't see most teams stopping USC. They have some studs at wide receiver.
10.5 points against Fresno. I'll buy that hook and go with 10 myself.
I agree.
Die running the ball. Yeah,
I'm still 11 on that now.
It's Friday. Money's moving. Money is moving.
But I agree with y'all. And USC, I think, is a team that is going to score a lot of points this year. So, if you want to parlay the over, I'm not against you because their defense is – wow, the total 71.5. Wow.
USC and Fresno 71.5?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Let's see. Wow. 71.5. I would almost actually have to take the under on that. No, you just opened me up. I didn't realize we had some of these games going, and that's actually a good card tomorrow.
BYU Oregon, that's going to be a good one. I mean,
we did mention Notre Dame and Cal on the Wednesday show. I'm showing Notre Dame's up to 12.5. The total's at 41. I guess they're expecting a very low scoring game like the Iowa game.
Yeah, neither team is explosive. That line's been down to 9 and now all the way up to 12. It was 11 on Wednesday. Get it a little higher and I'll grab Cal on those points. I'm still tempted at 12.5. Wow. And BP saying that Michigan State getting 3.5 going to Washington. I haven't looked at this game yet either. Washington's played nobody, but they've taken care of business. Kent State and Portland State. Week 3 is tricky. You're going to have some intriguing matchups. There's a good one right there. Taking the points is never a bad thing, so we'll see how it plays out. Let's go NFL. Ready, Matt?
Yeah, let's shift over to NFL. Let's go right into it.
All right. You got 2 games, right? I got 1, so you start off.
All right, guys. Guys and gals, if there's any gals out there. I'm going to stick in kind of what I know. Hopefully, the NFC South here represent the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are on the road at the Rams. I'm showing the current number is Rams by 10. And once again, I am a fan of Atlanta, but we're here to cash checks. We're not here to be fanboys. I think the Rams can cover this number for a number of reasons, but just to sum it up quickly, the Rams are here to bounce back big, and the Falcons are deflated after blowing a big lead. I like the Rams, and I'll give a score. I'll say 31-17. The Rams win by 2 touchdowns. The next game, it seems very, very easy to take Tampa here against the Saints. That's exactly why I'll go the exact opposite, and I think the Saints squeeze one out. They play defense, they grind it out, and they find a way to beat Tom Brady. I got the Saints winning 23-21. So I'm going with the Saints and the Rams, 2 home teams. to cover the numbers. John, your thoughts?
All right, going back to the first game, Rams have got 3 extra days of rest. Falcons, they blew that against the Saints there.
That was
Uh,
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd lay 10 with the Rams on this one too. Just Stafford, he's just got to get his head out of his ass, but we'll see what happens there.
That's
Uh,
true.
I would probably, I like the home field. I like the rest. I don't like Atlanta traveling west. The next game, I can't touch that game, but I see where I see where you're going because I've watched probably every Bucks Saints game in 25 years being from Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa always struggles with the Saints, no matter home, away, neutral. I don't matter. Tom Brady looked about like a 45-year-old man the other night, to be honest with you.
The Bucks won that game with defense, and also if you look at Tom Brady's track record against the Saints, it's exactly what you said. How the whole team struggles. Well, Tom Brady struggles too. The Saints, they didn't look that great, but they got the job done. They stole one from Atlanta, and I like the backup that they throw in them, Taysom Hill. I like him running the ball. He can get about 8 yards a carry when he gets a full head of steam. So look for the Saints to be able to get some touchdowns on the Bucks. The Bucks D played great, but I see the Saints exposing them a little bit more than the Cowboys did.
Yeah, the Saints are going to have to tighten up on D. How much they give up against the Falcons? 26.
26 points. Let's see. BP's asking about the Falcons plus 16 on a teaser. You always try to get that key number of 17. That could be a just in case type situation. I picked the Rams by 14, but on a teaser, I recommend always trying to get key numbers. Try to get to 17. I know that's a lot of juice. Maybe add a team, but I don't know what John thinks about a number it's plus 16 like that.
16 can be okay.
Yeah,
He's got to add a little too much juice to get it all the way up that extra point.
that's true.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'd take 16, but it's the NFL, so 16 is usually always pretty good to have in your pocket. You always
It's
have
safe.
cover. This Tampa Saints set at 44.5 total. That's spot on there.
Very spot on. I think my prediction was at 44. I 23-21. So, I mean, and honestly, it's hard to play the over with the way the Bucks D looked. The Saints D didn't look great, but they made stops in the crucial fourth quarter. So I see a very close to the number on the total there. If I had to play, I would play the under. I think it's still taking Brady, like you said. He's 45. He's not exactly the Brady that we've seen for years. He's still effective, but I think the Saints D can kind of keep him in check for most of the game.
So you're taking the upset or you're taking the points?
Yeah, I'm going with the Saints. Yeah, in that game, 23-21.
Get a little plus money. All right. Don Clay wants to know if he's on the right side. FSU 1.5. Seems like it. Very little line move. It always worries me. I just think FSU is the better team from what I've seen in 2 games. FSU played a strong LSU team in the Superdome down there. They controlled the whole game. That last 3 minutes of the game's a fluke. Don't let that affect anything. They played a tough, better squad in LSU. You got to remember, Louisville got their ass kicked by Syracuse, and UCF is no powerhouse. So you've got 2 totally different teams here.
Yes.
I just don't know why the line isn't higher. It always worries me, but I'm not going to let it bother me. So, 1.5 seems good. Bills and Titans, is that a trap game? Man, how much is a spread on that one? I mean, Bills are laying points all year now after what they've done. They're laying 10
time. I saw it at 10. Let's like you said, everybody just got their page. Still at 10. I'm showing the juice at minus 105, which I'll be honest, to me right now, that I'm very tempted to take that.
Yeah, Titans lost to the Giants. Titans Bills always play each other tight too.
That's true though.
Bills home opener. Bills got 3 extra days of rest. That's Monday night.
That is, Monday night. There's two games Monday night. We got that game, and then we got Vikings and Eagles are going to start an hour and 15 minutes later. So
What am I missing here? Why didn't week one have two Mondays like it normally?
normally that's what happens on week one on Mondays. I don't know what they switched, but I guess we get it the second week around. So
Yeah. Because I knew the Eagles was playing Monday night. Shit, there's two Monday night games. Yeah, that's. I don't know if it's a trap game, but that's a damn tough game right there. Because Bills are on a mission. Bills got that extra rest. Bills are at home.
yeah,
Titans blew it to the Giants. Yeah.
but normally you're right,
I'll
John.
tell you what to do, though. I'll tell you what to do is tease that Bills down to six,
Yeah,
seven. Take it down to 3 or 4, and put yourself with something else, and
I'm with you there. I just wanted your opinion on the Sunday night game. Chicago Bears are getting 10 at Green Bay. Do you think this
that's
Green
my
Bay?
next game. That's my next game.
Oh, excellent. I'll let you go right into it then.
All right, let's do it. All right. So this is my game that I will be giving for now. I may do another one over the weekend on a video, but let's go Bears 1-0. Packers 0-1 on the year. Packers are laying 10 at home. Total set at 41.5. Packers did not look good. 23-7 loss against the Vikings on the road. 2 turnovers. Rodgers sacked 4 times. Defense gave up 390 yards total, 269 in the air, 126 rush. Bears did not look good either. They were down 10-0 halfway through the third quarter. Rallied back and won 19-10. Justin Fields, mediocre game, 8 of 17, 121 yards passing, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Neither team really impresses me. Bears did, you know what? Bears did just enough to do what they had to do to beat the 49ers. Aaron Rodgers looks lost out there, and he usually does week one. Give me the Bears in 10 here. I'll take the Bears. I think they can hang in there with Aaron Rodgers and this Packer team. Give me the Bears.
Yeah, I got to agree with John here, guys. Look, the Bears have struggled with the Packers for a long time. This is their chance. Everything is pointing in their favor in this game. The receivers are very young, inexperienced. It frustrates Rodgers. If they have any more drops early in the game, it's almost like he turned the switch off. He quit playing. I mean, after that guy blew that touchdown on the first drive, if he got any more of those issues with the receivers, I think the Bears might be hungry to actually go in there and win. I mean, although I agree with John, they didn't look impressive against San Francisco. The defense held in there. And if Green Bay has issues scoring, I think the Bears could be the upset of pick of the week.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far. I will take the 10 points.
Yeah.
Total set about right, 41.5 points. It's probably going to be a grind 'em kind of game. Probably go into halftime at 10-3, 10-7. I just think the Bears will either sneak around, stay around long enough, or sneak in that backdoor cover. Honestly,
Yeah.
Fields will get it together. Fields is going to be one of those Russell Wilson type of quarterbacks. It's just going to take time, and I don't have much faith anymore in Aaron Rodgers that much.
No, I don't. I think he's got a lot of weird stuff off the field too. I don't
Aaron Rodgers on Sunday night with some couple crooked zebras. I'll take Packers every time. Sunday night football, couple crooked zebras, and give me the Packers. But this won't be the case. This will be Sunday afternoon. The Bears. So BP likes the Bears. First half money lines, taking a chance on that. You got 390s tempting. Is it 390? Wow.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I say it might be worth sprinkling a little bit. But I agree with John. The safer pick is always the spread. I mean, you don't get greedy, carried away, and try to pick money line dogs. But they did hit. Some of them hit in week one. So I don't know if there's any other dogs that you see maybe are worth the money line. I don't think the Cowboys are a good money line pick, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see them magically getting together with that backup. I don't think the Falcons, we already discussed that one. Maybe the Jaguars. The Jaguars could be a good money line play. I don't think the Colts so far they look a little overhyped. Matty Ice doesn't look like he's that great.
Jags always plays the Colts good. Jags took the Colts right out of the playoffs last year, week 17. So
yeah,
it's week 2. It's week 2. We'll learn more than we knew from last week.
Yeah.
Teasing the Bears can't go wrong. If I had to tease, I would tease the Bears up instead of the Packers down. Because I don't, even 4 Packers might get out of there with a field goal. Packers might kick their ass. I don't know. But I'd rather have 16 points there. So there you go, BP. Take the Falcons with 16. Take the Bears with 16.
Yeah.
Take the Titans with 16. Call it a 16 day and see what happens. It's the NFL.
I wanted to mention one last game. I know we got to get going. I know we're extending here. Miami Dolphins and Ravens, guys. I do have a play on this game. I like the over 44.5. I think the Dolphins offense has improved a lot, and the Ravens are going to be able to stretch the field with Lamar Jackson. I just see points in this game. I'll call it 28-24. I do like the Ravens to pull it off, but I just like the over the total of 44.5.
All right, there you go. Dallas, no quarterback. Joe Burrow, see how many interceptions he decides to throw there. If he don't throw any interceptions, they should cover, but not sure what Joe Burrow is doing right now.
Yeah, they look like the same old Bengals, don't they?
Yeah, but week 2, we'll find, shake off the rust. This will help clear some things up here. Just like this Carolina Giants game, I think it's going to be, the line set at 2, so it's just about right, but I have a hard time saying Giants go 2-0, but we'll see.
I agree with you there. And I also think points in that game as well. I think Baker will wake up. I mean, he scored 20-something the first game. And then I think Daniel Jones randomly, he might actually get a rushing touchdown. So I see some points.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. We will be back next week. Anybody's looking into some tennis betting. Tennis is great. It's on usually all day long, especially in the morning. You can make it look, we've already made some money this morning on tennis. Get ready for some evening college football, some baseball, all that good stuff. But tennis is great. A lot of money to be made in tennis. And like I said, some of these matches start before I even wake up. They're all night long, all day long. So check out the tennis channel. Check out the tennis live. There's some good value there. Winning a lot of money, especially in men's tennis. I just checked since July. I'm up like 25 units. I'm just killing it. Women's need some work, but my men's tennis has been spot on. So good luck, everyone. Have a good weekend. Thanks, Matt.
All right, take care, John. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, I'll see you Monday.